Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. Welcome to a new vlog. I'm actually about to go to bed. It is almost midnight on Wednesday, but I thought I'll pop in because, as well as doing some other stuff this evening, I've also been reading, which is super nice. I'm still continuing The Humans, which if you've seen my previous vlog, I am loving, and it feels so nice to actually love a read because it's been a while. I'll be honest, it's been a while, and I don't know, it's just really nice to actually be enjoying something so much. So I've started here and now I'm here. Very shortly, this is about an alien that gets into a human's body and then experiences human life. It comes from like being disgusted by it, by being really intrigued and involved, let's just say that. And I think the tone or the experience is definitely like a different from the beginning, where it was very commentary at first. Now it's more so experiencing and concluding things and understanding things, even though logically it should make sense. And it's very interesting, and I have a horrible feeling that something bad's gonna happen, and I'm not one for like happy endings, but somehow for this particular book I really just don't want to be. I just want things to be okay for them, but I don't know if they will be. I'm just having not the best feeling. There's also a lot about mortality. This book is a lot about mortality as well, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm super enjoying this. I'm still gonna probably read a little bit. I'm not quite sure. I thought I'll say hi, welcome you to the vlog, and go to bed, really. Just happy to be reading again. Yay! We don't go the same places that we used to. Hi, so I thought I'll update you because yesterday I actually did a little bit more reading before I went to bed. So I'm currently on page 245. I don't have much to read at all, and I would love to finish this today. Yesterday I kind of left off on a kind of like a sad note, so I'm kind of hoping this is gonna be, oh man, I just have a feeling things are not going well. Things are not going well. This is just what I thought. But other than that, I think I'm gonna work on the, that was a big slap, TBR game more so, and then maybe hang with Logan because we haven't actually had a chance to this week. Currently about to open this bag of snacks because I didn't really get a chance to eat much today. It was a busy day. But it's 6:30. I also would like to clean up a little bit. All fun things, all fun things. Maybe I'll catch up with you in a tiny bit. Maybe when I finish the book. guys. You guys have not seen me in a while in this vlog. I don't even know if I'll include the hello. Hi. I don't even know Oh my god, I don't even know if I'll include the beginning bits, maybe, but it's been weeks. It's been weeks since last I spoke with you. However, on the plus side, you have not missed on any reading. You have not missed out on any reading. Wow. Apparently I have forgotten how to speak, which is not great because I've still been working, so hey. But I've just filmed my TBR and I'm very excited, though I was dying in the sweater because I grossly underrated how much I'll be sweating. So that's nice, and you needed to know that. So here's the TBR board. Obviously by now you know, and I'm still standing there. Probably gonna leave it a little bit here because we are wanting to do Logan's one, which I will include here. And thankfully, actually I'm pretty glad I didn't finish the humans, because obviously that was one of the things I have for my TBR, so all worked out really well. However, now I am going to tidy up a tiny bit and then try and get all of the footage out and start editing, I guess. Excited. I really hope people like it. Hi, I am so tired but very happy with today's progress. I've filmed the TBR, well, finished the TBR over the last couple of days with the final things that I needed to happen. I'd filmed it and edited and uploaded, and tomorrow we have our little premiere, and I haven't had one in so long and I'm just very excited. Very tired though, and I have a migraine setting in, which always coincides with like after me working on something that I really enjoy, which is why does that happen? I think it's because I don't take breaks when I get into things like really intensely, and I wish that would be okay, but clearly my body's like nah. That being said, like sometimes it is just for no reason whatsoever. But instead of finishing the humans, wait for when it is officially November, my next thing that I'm going to read is All Systems Red. I have my Patreon live stream, but I cannot remember now if it is on Saturday or on Sunday. Fingers crossed for Sunday. Thankfully, this is a pretty short read, but then I am also a very slow reader. But this is like 170 pages, so that's my next read, and I think I'll tell you a little bit more what it is about once I started. Very excited. It's a sci-fi that I have been anticipating for a long time. There's also a little owlcrate box that arrived, and it's actually like a smaller one and a black one, and I think I know what this is. I think this is, let me just get into it. Oh, there's a pin. Yeah. This is the Deadly Education, which is so kindly sent to me by owlcrate. They've done their special edition, so there's a pin and I actually really like it. Look at that pretty pin. And obviously this is themed for the book. It says Mana and Malia, and it is done by Paperback Bones. And what is, oh, their special edition is blue. So this is the newest of Naomi Novik books. I have two of the other ones, and the Spinning Silver is the one that I'm most excited to read. I have been initially extremely excited to read this, but then a couple of things happened. So first of all, a couple of my friends read it and didn't love it. They enjoyed it but didn't love it. And they're friends that I trust, so like the opinions of like we vibe. So that immediately made me quite less excited. And then the second thing is that apparently the book might contain some pretty insensitive stereotypes of cultures, and I have not read it, so I can't attest or deny. Definitely look into reviews before you go into this. This is how the book looks like, and it has like a, I think it's a foil. I'm not sure. It's like a matte. It's not actually a foil. It is it? I think it's like a matte foil, so it's not really a foil, but it does look like foil, so it's interesting. And it has a yellow edge and actually kind of gilded edges, but not really. These are sprayed edges, but they're not glittery edges. They look like, they look like gilded edges from afar, which is all that really matters, but they're not gilded edges. Do you know what I mean? They're like sprayed gilded edges, which makes the book light, which is nice. But yeah, this is it from what I remember. Oh, there's a dear reader letter inside. That's kind of cute. From what I remember, I really like the vibe. From what I remember, this is about a school and everyone, and it's a very hard school to survive, and everyone is being attacked by everything. That's pretty much what I remember. There's actually no synopsis on this version, so can't tell you. So I was super, super excited about this initially. Now, not so much. I don't know when I'll get to it, but if you have read it, if you enjoyed it, or if you didn't, let me know. Let me know your thoughts, basically, if you have read it. On a similar note, but not at all, a thing that I had in my Amazon basket for forever finally went on sale, and it's definitely not something I needed, but I'm so glad I got it, and it's gonna be Chill Zone. That is the star projector thing. So I'm gonna take you to the bedroom and I will show you how it looks like. I don't know if the camera will pick it up okay, because it's like lasers as well, but it's really nice. I don't know where exactly I'm gonna be putting it for like optimal chill, but I thought it was cool, and it's the thing that everyone has on TikTok, and I am in my usual form super late to everything. Though I did go get those like LED lights. They're also on our bed. Look. Oh. It's actually doing a weird camera thing. I don't know how much will show up, but you can change the colors and everything, and yeah. That's how the thing looks like. Oh yeah, you can see all of the waves. Hello, welcome to Saturday. This one is
welcome to Saturday. Show me your stain.
Oh god. That's kind of terrifying. I spent my morning sorting some like stuff on Facebook. Basically my old account is, I think, fingers crossed, gone now. It has been a whole thing. It's hacked, whatever. So to cheer ourselves a little bit up, I think we're gonna do Logan's TBR game now, and I'm just gonna film it, I think, and I'm just gonna put it on the floor and we're gonna do it that way. I'm gonna get his figurine. Where's mine actually? Uh-oh. My figurine here. Logan's is right there.
Do I start on the circle or?
No, you start on off the board.
Okay.
Okay, so have your first spin.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's just a blank. You can shuffle if you want.
Buzzard Wasp. Randomly generate a word and find a book with it in its title.
Oof. Okay.
And it's got BZ. BZ.
BZ means that's in that bonus tile, so it means that if the title has a B or a Z in it, you also get a bonus.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go and try and find a random word generator. I guess we might have to do it a couple of times depending on the word, but okay.
So I don't think we've got any books with berry.
Clearance.
Jesus.
Oh, there's a typo word as well,
Noun's
actually.
probably a good option.
Owner. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go on Goodreads and see if we have anything with the word owner in it.
Just be back. Get back. Be further back.
Zeusing. I'm on Goodreads and I'm putting owner. Nothing came up. We're gonna try again. Association. That's not gonna be a thing. Decision. Okay, this might possibly be a thing. This is gonna be
comparison.
Hard. Paper.
How is comparison a noun?
Okay, paper. I will have something with paper. I know for sure. Okay, we actually have 4 options for you. I'm
gonna go with the yellow wallpaper because I've never actually read that, and it's short, isn't it?
That's so cheeky. It's so short.
Yeah.
So we have. I'm gonna just tell the options. We have. I don't know if you can see. We have the yellow wallpaper. We have paper girls. Wait, paperweight. Girls of Paper and Fire and Paper Girls Volume 1, which actually, I don't know if you've read. It's a graphic novel. So what do you want?
I'm gonna go with the yellow wallpaper.
Okay. Okay, so the first book is the yellow wallpaper, which is gonna be interesting, but it's also super short. Momo! See what you've done.
Kids, you're having fun. Well behaved.
No. Spin number 2. Momo, no.
3. 1, 2, 3. Cabbage pots.
Cabbage pot! Our very first cabbage pot. Would you like to grab the cabbage pot, babe? So this actually contains all the books that I haven't read. So it's not... Oh my god. Why are you so chaotic?
I don't think you got that on camera, so...
I don't know, but I almost got hit by a cabbage pot. Oh no. So there.
It doesn't.
So it's quite like there's more books in here that Logan hasn't read. There are a couple that Logan has read that I haven't. So it's not 100% accurate, but it's mainly accurate. You're gonna break it. Like, do the honors. Are you gonna read whatever, even if it's like completely not your reading style?
Yeah, but I might not finish it and I'll be like, this is shit. So
yeah, okay. Oh, Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman, which is right there.
That.
Why? Oh, because of my
No,
hours?
book, yeah, I was like, what's it? It's like, no, Nose Mike Cathol.
So we got Norse Mythology, which I think is actually very lucky considering some of the options I had for you here. Can you grab the book? It's right behind you.
Oh, it just says Neil Gaiman in big writing. It's one of those ones where the person's title is bigger than the book.
Yeah. But this is the second read.
Mm-hmm.
Have you actually read anything Neil Gaiman before? I don't think either of us have.
I don't think so.
I'm still a Neil Gaiman virgin, but we did see...
We watched American Gods.
Yeah, and the British one. What's the other one? The Good Omens one? Nice. I'm gonna put it back in the pot though because I haven't read it, so if Momo will allow, the pot... What are you called? Guardian.
Cabbage pots.
Your energy is too chaotic today. You're just like playing... You're like Julian. And just like pushing everything. Okay, so we have 2 books. You ready for the third one?
Yeah. 4.
4 again. I swear this is like leveled. I think I'll win this round. What?
Passing Say, a book from a finished series.
That just means a series that already has all of the installments published. Oh yeah, this has a bonus for Earth, which is a contemporary. But you don't have to. You can try, but you don't have. I don't know if I have any contemporary series, to be honest. It would make you read Throne of Glass. That'd be funny. You would not like it. You have read Six of Crows, and you have finished the Themis Files, have you not? That's the Sleeping Giants one. Have you ever read Sleeping Giants?
Yeah, I read all 3 books. Yeah.
Okay. Did you read Muse of Nightmares? Blue People?
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to think. Is there just 2 books in the series?
Yeah. I feel like you have.
Yeah, I think so.
Have you read Starsight actually by Brandon Sanderson? Oh, it's not finished. Damn it, I forgot the prompt. But I don't think you have read that.
No.
Yet. You could read Red Rising with me. It's finished, and it's a sci-fi. That's the one that everyone says that you will want to read, and that's actually the one that I'm reading as well.
Yeah, go Red Rising then.
Red Rising, doubling it up. And I actually do have 2 copies, accidentally. So we can like read it somewhat together. He reads way faster than me, so the together never actually happens. Boys reading Red Rising too. Interesting. Is that a 1?
That's the one.
Perfect. And we got...
Is she a bad bitch? Book with a morally grey character. Sorry, book with a morally grey character's or villain's point of view.
Oh, I know. Okay, so you can read Vicious by Victoria Schwab. I think you actually might enjoy it. So that book is basically following 2 guys that are really competitive, but they also just play with things. There's a lot of trigger warnings for suicide because they have to kill themselves, kind of go to near-death experience to receive kind of supernatural powers, and they're both considered morally grey characters. And it's kind of like an anti-hero story, and I think you would enjoy it, so...
That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, but we need 5.
Oh, is it 5 spins?
Yeah.
I knew that.
No, Momo. Ooh, a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And another one, a Sami.
Oh, I'm getting all the bad bitches.
Okay, read a steampunk. Probably go with a...
There was that lady...
Actually, you could, if you wanted to. It's either the... I only have a couple of steampunk because I'm not a big fan of steampunk, so I...
So what happens when goths discover the colour brown?
So we have 2 options, I think, and that's probably about it. One is the Lady Mechanica comics. or 2, you rereading the same comic I'm gonna be reading, because I think that's steampunk too. The Gentleman League of the Extraordinary.
The Gentlemanly League of the Extraordinary.
Logan constantly makes fun of me because every time I say the name, I say it somewhat differently each time.
The League of the Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That was the correct way though, no?
Yeah, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
But I think you probably should read the Lady Mechanica one, which is all about this girl that half machine, half person, and she's looking to find out how she and what is it.
The mechanical lady.
So there you have it.
Yellow wallpaper, which isn't in this pile. The yellow wallpaper. The yellow wallpaper. Lady Mechanical, Viscous, and
Why?
Red Roses.
Oh my god. Okay.
So the yellow wallpaper. Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology.
What's that actually about?
Norse mythology, babe.
Is it short stories? That's not what you read about the book. You hear about the book.
Epic and electrifying retellings of great Norse myths.
Okay.
So I wonder if there's one where like
it has a really
Loki
cool
turns into a horse
though.
and does things, because that's one of them. It's like,
see, it's cool. It's a foily cover. This is apparently set in Mars. Someone in the comments said after I said like, oh, I don't think it's set on Earth somewhere. It's set on Mars.
What is the yellow wallpaper about?
So the yellow wallpaper is like almost, I think it's considered it's the first written work that's for like a feminist agenda, kind of. And it's all about this woman back when women didn't really have a lot of autonomy, and she lives with her husband, who's also a doctor, and she pretty much has depression, however it's like, you know, described as like melancholy, and the guy, instead of like treating her, kind of hides her and puts her away in a room for her own good and whatever, and then she actually gets into like psychosis and starts seeing things in this really gross yellow wallpaper on the wall. So
that explains why you need to go outside more. There was that time when you saw those shadowy shapes in the bedroom. There was that time when I saw.
That's another story. So yeah, I think you actually got like a pretty good thing. I think once I'm gonna buy or like get new books, I'm definitely gonna keep both of us kind of like in mind, so like it overlaps. Even though currently I've changed, like from the time that I got some of the books that you wouldn't read here, my taste has kind of changed into the books that we probably both would be okay with a couple of exceptions where it's like romance involved. But I wonder how you would feel if you had to read a romance or like a smut book. That'd be interesting. The other cards have bonus tiles, but I don't know if you actually fulfill any of them. So there's a BZ for randomly generated word, which would be
the yellow wallpaper.
Then book from finished series would be a
Red
contemporary,
Rising,
so that's a no. Read a steampunk, we actually forgot to look at these, was with...
I can't imagine the possibility of like a contemporary steampunk.
This is not a contemporary though.
Yeah, what is it?
A mystery or thriller.
Mystery thriller steampunk.
And then a book with a morally great character would also be mystery or thriller, which is not, it's...
No bonuses for me.
It's like a supernatural one. Yeah, well, I'm very excited to see what you'll think of these books. So that concludes it. I'm winning. I would like to have it on record that I'm winning. Which ones are you most excited about?
Probably Red Rising or Norse mythology.
This is where I'm gonna keep the cards. So this is my pile and this is Logan's. I think we both have 4 because we had like an extra. And we can check in with this. We'll just shuffle them back in after the month. I'm thinking that. But anyway, we're actually gonna have a little reading date, aren't we? So we're gonna have a little reading date party on Halloween. We're living a crazy life.
Are you sure it goes?
No.
Why not?
I'll sort it. It's fine. You can scave it and stuff.
Scave it?
Yeah.
Scave's not a word. Yes, scaving. That's the rat people, by the way. Moorhammer, they're called scaving. You know those rat people that were Momo? Oh, yes. Murder plus plan. Yes. Scaving.
So we're gonna read All Systems Red. Oh, I just remember that I still haven't started planning on people's like Christmas stuff, and I... Why does Christmas have to be a thing?
I agree.
We can do it together, which is fun, but again, Logan is just much faster at it. But like, oh, look, we have another Guardian.
TBR.
I am on like page 53, and I think Logan, you are on like 70 something.
80.
We're actually gonna swap to doing something else while listening to the audiobook while we eat. So Logan will have to like re-listen to parts of it. But
All
tell people
systems
what
have
it's
been
about.
read. It is about Murderbot. He is like me. He struggles to deal with emotions. Book.
It is about Murderbot. Murderbot is a system, a unit. He's a
absolute
security.
unit.
He's a security bot that basically crews purchase, or I think they're supposed to. They're meant. They're
It
like
comes as part of the package.
yeah. He's pretty bad at everything else, but he actually also disconnected from the governor unit, which is basically what makes him, you know, listen to people and like under their command. So he's pretending to still be under their command because otherwise he would be like, you know, taken for parts. But everyone in the crew is kind of afraid of him as well because he's obviously a murder bot. He's capable of murder. But he is also afraid of them and he's very shy and very awkward and also just like bored and lazy. So he's just going along with that, and they're on a planet and there are these like weird creatures that were not in the system, and they're wondering why it wasn't in the system and if it's like someone hacked into the system and did something, or is it just like an error because the what's it called, like the whole system is kind of like cheapish. Am I missing something
else? They don't know if
else?
they were just provided with faulty maps or if the maps were deliberately sabotaged so they don't know what else is on the planet.
Yeah, so they're going to explore and stuff, and whilst our main character Murderbot is just, hey, kind of humorous, and it's because he's so awkward around humans and he's pretending to obviously still be under that control, and also
He doesn't really have to do too much to pretend to be under control.
yeah. Well, it's also funny because he watches like human kind of reality TV shows or just like shows, like sci-fi shows, and it's...
Oh, and one of the main bits so far is that the crew that he's with have never had a previous sec bot, so they don't know how he's supposed to behave.
Yeah, true that. Hopefully, actually finish this today, so that would be nice.
I had one on the hopper, part of the standard equipment. You would have to get close to use it with it.
Hello, I'm just popping in to wrap this vlog up. So, first of all, I have finished All Systems Red, and unfortunately, it wasn't as good as I was hoping for, and I think it's a little bit unfair for me to say that because I was hoping for a lot. So, because this had AI and it was supposed to be like humorous, which it was, I just had a very, very high expectation level for this, so it's kind of like on me. Murderbot was a character that 100% carried the story because plot-wise, at least the first installment was really predictable, generic, and really, really weak. Like I was not intrigued. The world building was we would spend the page time on describing things and how they look like rather than describing what the world consists of and the system, and I just felt like I wasn't really in there. However, I did love Murderbot, so anyway, it ended up being 3 stars, and I wasn't sure if I'm gonna read the next one, actually, to be fair, but then I had the Patreon chat yesterday and people said that things that I would want to have more of should be in the second one. So first of all, more dialogue and interaction between Murderbot and other people, because then I can... Those are my favorite parts, because I think through the interactions with other people, Murderbot really shines, and then you can see his awkwardness and his like quirkiness and things that drive the story. But because I think there was not a great balance between interacting with people, which I understand because Murderbot does not want to interact with people, so I get it, but like whenever he did, that's when I kind of enjoyed it the most. So there's more of that in the second one, and there's like a thing, a bit more of an explanation, because this thing did the thing where the main battle or the you know, the climax of the story just fades to black, and then you're just like, yay, we won, but I don't know how, kinda. I have my suspicions, but still, apparently that is explained in the second one. I think, however, as if something is published on its own, then I feel like it should stand on its own, and for me this kinda didn't. However, I loved Murderbot so much, so it's still 3 stars. So, and I like the writing style, like the writing style was nice too. So I will be reading the second one at some point, but I guess we'll just see when that falls into the TBR thing. I think the next vlog is going to be really fun if everything goes to plan. Just before that though, speaking of Patreons, I really want to extend the warmest of welcomes to Erica and Zoe, who are the newest members of G's Army tier on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for joining, and thank you for your support, and I hope you love the Patreon space. Right, so I was saying, sorry, I'm so all over the place today. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. This one actually took place over like weeks, so I don't even know what I was including. Hopefully it's gonna be not too long. The next vlog is hopefully gonna be quite fun. I'm going to get a start on the TBR that I have from my TBRVATAR, and then I also am hoping to hopefully rearrange the shelves, so that would be there. And I also have a really fun box to unbox. Overall, if all goes well, although I do have a headache that's probably gonna turn into a migraine, so we'll see how many days we lose on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're well. Speak to me down in the comments, and yeah, love you. Bye.